Hi, welcome to this week's Torah. In this week's Parshas Yisro, we read how Yisro, Moshe Rabbeinu's father-in-law, comes to the Jewish people on a mission to convert. He brings back Moshe Rabbeinu's wife and children that had been with him whilst Moshe Rabbeinu was busy trying to get the Jewish people out of Egypt. And Moshe Rabbeinu welcomes him with open arms, and he tells him all the stories and all the miracles that happened to the Jewish people whilst they were there in the desert. And then it says the following, Vayichad Yisro. And Rashi comments, what does this word Vayichad mean? And Rashi says two explanations. The first explanation that Rashi gives is Vayichad means in Yisro was happy. He was very happy for the Jewish people to hear all the miracles that God had made for them. But the second explanation is interesting. It says Vayichad Yisro Nase Besoro Chidudin Chidudin. He got the goosebumps. He got the chills. He felt, wow, can't believe this happened. And Rashi says, from here we can see, which is brought in the Medrash, a person should be careful, for example, before somebody who is a ger, somebody who's a proselyte, not to speak badly or negatively about non-Jewish people, because this person also at one point was not Jewish. And Yisro, even though he had now come to convert, when he thought back to what happened to the Egyptians and thinking to themselves, I also was a Gentile at one point, it got to him. It wasn't something that he took lightly. It wasn't something that he was happy and excited about. And therefore it says, Vayichad Yisro. Yisro got the chills. He didn't feel this warm, fuzzy feeling. He felt bad. And I think there's a great lesson in this, and the lesson is the following. We need to realize that everybody comes from a specific point, from a vantage point. Everybody comes from a specific culture. Everybody has their upbringing, their temperament. And we need to be able to speak to people in their language. We need to be able to understand where they come from, to be able to understand how to communicate with them. I'll give you an example. Recently, I was asked to speak at a Chumash Suda, which is a party for my son Aaron of age 6 and his 59 other classmates, that together we're going to be embarking on the journey to start learning Chumash. And I was asked as the parent body, to be the representative to speak to the children and to give the children a message. And I stood up and I turned my back on all the parents, and I spoke to the children, not from where the person normally speaks to, but I walked to the middle of the stage and spoke to the children. And I spoke to them on their level. I told them a story on their level, ignoring everybody else. And when I finished, I received so much praise from all the parents, and I said, this is not the best speech I've ever given. This is by far not the best sermon that I've ever given. Why are you all so excited? And the answer came back is because you spoke to the children. You didn't speak to the adults. And the children appreciated the fact that they were being spoken to on their level, rather than speaking to the adults and then hoping that the children catch a word here, a word there. And this is what we need to understand when we speak to our friends, when we speak to our spouses, when we speak to colleagues, whoever it might be. Do you know who that person is? Do you understand their background? Do you understand the kind of person that they are? And what it is that makes them tick? And when you understand that, you'll then realize how to speak to them, how to be able to have the greatest effect on them, and how to be able to really converse in a way that they will understand your point, appreciate your point, and maybe take your point on board. Let's learn this lesson. Speak to people in their language, and they will listen, they'll hear, and they'll comprehend. Wishing you all a very good Shabbos.